Good old mood music. Isn't this the type of music that's supposed to make you feel instantly sad? Lost in conversation. I've said it a few times now. The transitioning from like this, like their wartime stuff when people are dying and things are happening to them just having fun and having like a festival type time and enjoying themselves, and it's kind of it's interesting to see the transition. It's very strange to say the least.
第一戦区第一防衛戦隊スピアヘッドへの補給物資少佐このコンテナの中身は
That
何でしょうか
looks very dangerous. Wouldn't you just assume bomb? Explosives? And look about as suspicious as possible.
もうちょっともうちょっと右はいストップ
It's special. Like, it explodes.
お疲れ様です少佐も一緒にいかがですか
But even the mascot thing is saluting.
東部方面軍第一戦区第一防衛戦隊指揮官成果パラレイドアクティベート盗聴対象
That is a lot to
スピアヘッ
say
ドプロセッサー
to start off the process. It's a mouthful. And everybody's getting drunk on the streets again.
こっちはあんたなんかいなくたって困らないし別に完成してないからって何かあるわけでもないんでしょあの声
You really have to have no heart or just be completely numb to be able to not have feelings towards that stuff happening.
シンがいなくたってどうせ断末魔の悲鳴なんてプロセッサーならいくらでも聞いてるから機体ごと爆散して即死するのは死に方としては上等
Fast.
手足吹っ飛ばされて、顔が削れてなくなって体中焼けただれてお腹が裂けて内臓がはみ出て
God, the transitions where they're showing them all having fun and enjoying parties and stuff, and then them talking about
死んだやつの声なんて
dead
そ
bodies.
れに比べれば大したことじゃない
Yeah, that's
死んだって
that is gonna get to you.
もう何もおかしいことなんかじゃない
How can you have fun knowing that?
ばっかりでむさ苦しくてすまねえな
主が注意ノーゼン隊はどうしましたかまさか今日の戦闘で何か
ああいや寝てるだけだ疲れたってよ
そうですか
前からたまに
She sounds disappointed.
俺たちには本当のところはわかんねえがやっぱしんどいんじゃねえかな四六時中ってのは
レギオンの声のせいで
Oh yeah, and the stuff we found out about that too. That's just on another level of crazy.
隊員もそうですがやはり各員の負担が増えていますねこうも立て続けに戦死者が出てしまっては
ああ
欠員の補充は私が着任してからまだ一度も実現していません
That's horrible
補
in
充を急が
itself.
せますこちらに最優先で人員を送るよう手を尽くしますから優先的に補充を受ける権利がありますそれまでは周りの他の隊にも応援を要請しますからだからどうかもう少しだけ耐えてください
ああまあよろしく
はい
Hopefully they realize that she is trying and she's different than the others. I mean, they should start to.
それで
I mean, all of them in
立場もわけ
general,
な
I
い私
mean.
のところへ直談判かねミリーゼ少佐
準将スピアヘッド戦隊への人員補充の件ですがもうこれ以上待てません私は彼らの力になるためならどんな手も使いますたとえそれがおじさまの力にすがるようなことだったとしてもです各部署に書類を回していますが一向に
東部戦線への補給計画及びプロセッサーの補充はすでに決まっている
補給がやっと
I'm
だが
guessing not.
君も君の責務をしっかりと果たしたまえ革命祭のパーティー
I'm guessing no. He kind of just shoved that a little bit.
ドレスを着てパーティーに出席する。
He went through that really fast, like he's hiding
それ
something.
こそが大事な仕事ではないのかね。
わかりました。
It's kind of like saying, yeah, I'm working on that. Okay, let's distract this conversation to something else with something like a party.
一体そんなドレスなんか、そんな真っ黒いのまるで喪服じゃない。素敵でしょ。おかげで誰も話しかけてこない。
That's good on her.
そういうことじゃん。うわ、どうしたの？向こうに今日新作のおやつを送りつけた。
I'm sure you run into them all the time with how many you've had to deal with.
少佐。
ノーセン隊、どうかしたのですか？まさかレギオンが？
いえ、いつもの時間に同調がなかったのでこちらからつなぎましたが、問題ないでしょうか。
She's too busy getting
都合が悪い
fancy.
ようでしたら後日にしますが。
大丈夫です。
I'm sure she'd rather talk than be in
すいま
there.
せん。いつ
This
もは
type of
皆さん
parties
と
are
話
usually
している時
boring
間でした
anyway.
ね。どうしましたか？
特殊弾頭が届いたので、そのご連絡を。
The one, the stuff she sent, yeah.
ええ、花火ありがとうございました。
革命祭ですから。
そちらでも見えていますか？竜ヌ宮殿の花火は。
You aren't they pretty
見えます。
dang
で
far?
もやっぱり空が明るすぎますね。そちらの花火は綺麗でしょうね。夜は暗くてきっと空気も綺麗でしょうから。いつかみんなで第一区の花火も見ましょう。きっと笑っちゃいますよ。
そんなにひどかった覚えはありませんが。
じゃあ確かめてみて
She
ください。
really has
戦
became
争が終わったら
really close
除
with
隊し
them.
たらみんなで一緒に。
That seems like a really
見て
hard
もらいたかったですけれど。
thing to happen
すみ
though.
ません。またタイミングが
Somebody
悪かった
dying
です
almost every battle they fight.
情報があるのは初めてですし、彼女はいつまでも一人で抱え込んでしまうたちなので、その意味でもありがたかったです。
エマ順位は忘れないのでしょうね。
少佐も忘れずにいてくれたでしょう。兄のこと嬉しかったですよ。俺は兄さんを覚えてはいられませんでしたから。
That really did make them closer. That information about her
少佐は
meeting
俺たちのことも
his brother.
忘れないでいてくれますか？
Of course.
その前に死なせません。もうこれ以上。
Easier said than done. I like that she's feeling that and wants to keep everyone alive, but
おい86こっちも
ugh.
だ。お前らのご主人様からプレゼントだとさ。たく豚ごときが人間様に手間かけさせやがって。どんな手を使っておねだりしたんだ。たくこっちは革命祭の準備で忙しいのによ。
Good old fireworks. Is there sparklers in there? Roman candles?
少佐からすげえ。
とうとうなんかプレゼントとか送ってきてるし。
少佐が心配？
違うってば、なんであんな女なんか。ただそのあいつはシンのこと怖がらなかったから、それくらいはしてやってもいいかなって。それだけよ。シンもライデンもみんな黙ってるでしょ、あのこと。言ってやったらあの女ももう繋いでなんか来ない。
Why don't we always have the serious stuff being talked about in the shower?
そうね。いつだったか
Actually, it would probably turn this into a different type of show.
多分言っても傷つくだろうってそう考えたんだと思うわ。
Those remind me of like hospital showers. I hated those.
いいの？
Always felt
何
cold.
が？
だってこれまで誰とも一緒にシャワー浴びなかったのに。
さすがにもういいかなって。二人しかいないのに隠すこともないかなって。ダイヤ君ね、最初に会った時に髪綺麗だなって褒めてくれたの。隠そうとして伸ばしてるんだって分かってるのに、綺麗な髪だから伸ばしてるのかってそう言ってくれたの。そのダイヤ君ももういないんだから。
And they're all trying
これ
to
以上気にして
get over it in their own ways. You got to be strong in general to be able to deal with that stuff in almost a
たとえ死んでも
really almost a daily basis. Most people would go
私たち
nuts.
だけの死神に私はきっと連れて行ってもらえる。だけど
Their maturity level is beyond, like, I mean, completely beyond what you would expect for their age.
戦隊各位、これよりレギオンの前進拠点の制圧にかかる。忘れるな、拠点はおとりだ。
I can't say this enough. The budget must be ridiculous on this show. The animation is just, I'll keep saying it. The animation is ridiculously perfect in this, especially when there's a war scene, explosions, them fighting.
秒速4000メートル。今まで確認されたことのない超長距離砲の砲撃です。
She's trying to protect. Now she's probably going to be a lot more defensive, probably make them retreat if she thinks they don't have a chance. I think that's probably her way of protecting them and not letting anybody else die now, is to get them out of there way earlier than she was. If she feels like something bad's gonna happen.
距離でもすぐに。
少佐、
だってこんなおかしい。中将だって人員の補充計画は決定して
It was
るんです。
bullshit.
少佐、
It was bullshit. You got lied to.
総員、構わないな。ああ、あなたが何をしてももうどうにもならない。
ノーゼン隊、それはどういう。
補充は来ない。ただ一人も。決して。
They know.
俺たちは全滅します。この部隊はそのための処刑場です。
I think I mean, when he was talking about the name tags and all that, all the dog tags, it's obvious they're already,
少佐が言って
they
る
all know
補充
they're
ってね、
they're gonna die
私
eventually.
たちの次のプロセッサーのことよ。
俺たちが死んだ後のね。この前新品のジャガーノートが届いてたけどさ、あれもそいつらよ。
は？
白豚どもは86を86から出すつもりなんざ花からねえんだよ。
除隊までの5年、戦い切ったら自由っていうのを。
プロセッサーの大半は除隊までに戦死するから、その先の話なん
It's
ざ
worse than I
保護しても
thought.
それは問題ねえ。問題なのは、死ななきゃおかしい戦場で何年も生き残っちまう俺たちみたいな奴らだ。
生き残った分頭も回るし、他の86からしたら英雄でしょ。反乱の火種にでもなったら困る。
Yeah, so that they're actually, by them surviving for so long, that I would think the higher ups are probably more worried about them. Yeah, exactly like he's saying, rebelling and or leading a rebellion. So if they get more people to back them up and help them, they definitely don't want that, because that's more people to rebel. They don't want them connected at all to the other 86, the other people. In general, they definitely don't want them connected to them or to give them more people. So it's really sad, but I already knew by the way that guy was acting, I already knew they weren't actually giving them reinforcements.
第一戦区第一戦隊スピアヘッド。
戦隊員を全滅するまで戦わせるのがこの隊の目的。
Holy shit.
ここが俺たちの最後の認知だ。俺たちは全員ここで死ぬ。
全滅してやっと補充が来るってわけ。次の処刑待ちの連中がね。
守らせるためではなく、死なせるために戦わせるなんて、そんなもの虐殺ではありませんか。
That is a harsh reality.
皆さんは知って。
ええ、ごめんなさい。
They didn't want to tell her.
最初からよ。戦場に行った人は、私のお姉ちゃんも誰も彼もみんな帰ってこなくて、私たちも収容所から出られなかった。白豚が約束を守ることなんかないって。みんな最初から。
So it's just a never-ending process of slaughter.
なぜ戦ったのですか。
俺たちも当然死ぬが、それで白豚どもを道連れにしてやれる。
ならどうして。
12まで第9区のアルバのババアにかくまわれてた。シンを育てたのは立ち退き拒否して強制収容所に残ったアルバの神父で、セオの隊長の話は前にセオがしたな。肌の色が違うから。
They all have
86から迫害さ
they
れた。
all have connections of other people as well.
最後まで戦い抜いて死んでいった誇り高い86は大勢。
God damn.
アルバだって大半はクズでもわざわざ死なせることはねえってやつも中にはいたし、 86も全人ばかり
They know that not everybody agrees with it.
それを踏まえて俺たちは決めた。そのどちらでありたいかってな。クズにクズな真似をされたからって同じ真似で返したら同じクズだ。
Two wrongs don't make a right.
と戦って死ぬか諦めて死ぬしか道がねえなら死ぬ時まで戦い切って生き抜いてやる。
At this point, they're just so numb to everything and so sure of themselves that
死ぬしかないと分かってい
and
て
their
も
ideals and just what they want to do.
明日死ぬからって今日首くくる間抜けがいるかよ。死刑台に登るのは決まってても登り方は選べるだろってそういう話だ。俺たちは選ん
You'd rather choose how you die, or at least attempt to survive as long as you can. By the way they act, none of them act like they've given up. That's the difference. Even though they know what they're going into. And another ultimate war happening. Everything is so dramatic. Jesus. What the hell is that? First of all, I want to say that that was a pretty good speech. Like they've been talking like this since the beginning of the show about like how they felt about I mean everybody obviously. But the way he was so, and all of them really are so certain about what they're doing, and they all know they're gonna die. Everybody knew that except her. They all knew that they know they're never gonna get reinforcements, even though they didn't want to tell her because I think maybe there was a 0.0001% chance maybe they thought she could have possibly pulled something off, but they also didn't want to kill her spirit either. And like how positive and how much she wanted to help. I think that's another reason why they didn't want to say anything, but they know how it is. And that actually even surprised me, even though I already know they treat them like shit. But to the point where they're never going to get reinforcements. They're never going to, they're pretty much set up to get slaughtered. And the longer they live, the worse it is for them because they think, the longer we keep these people alive, the longer they're going to want to get revenge on us. So we can't keep anybody that has that much experience. It's more, that's how they control this and continue this cycle. This cycle will never be broken without getting in the way of it because it's just a never ending thing. Once they all die, they'll have another group of 86 there and they'll just keep repeating. It's how they kill people and make sure that nobody ever is able to get out of this. Like I said, out of this cycle. So it's pretty sad and drastic, but I love how this was presented in the episode. It was just very epic, and the after credit scene, of course, like every time they do these fights and these battles, I mean the animation, the music, on top of just the everything really, the scenery and just the visuals just really pop, and on top of just the dramatic music playing really loud. It makes every fight, even if it's just some random fight, seem epic.